And that is where we left off. The sky above the port was the color of a television, tuned to a dead channel. Welcome to the Fate of Nova Luna. Okay, so last time on the Fate of Nova Luna, you all had been exploring this tyrant ship. You survived turning off the spin cycle alarm and heard some noises coming from the holodeck. It was 3 clockwork horrors attempting to build another. You defeated them with slick shoes and a greasy tunnel. And in the rubble, you found a cute little auto gnome created assistant named Sprocket, who immediately became attached to Ed. And Madam Ed Savior is now Sprocket's mommy, and you all are his newfound family. You heard a fire alarm. You smelled smoke. Then you saw Nick climb out of the hole coming from the cargo deck where Dunstan had set up his galley. You go down to the cargo deck to find it engulfed in flames. Dunstan has died. And you fought 3 fire elementals that were called, why am I blanking? Magma methods. So you fought them, and that's essentially where the game ended. The smoke is beginning to clear. And you are left with this charred, still relatively smoky, former galley. And that is where we left off. So we're going to skip now to some sad music. Because we have Dear Sweet Dunstan's charred corpse on the ground. The smoke is clearing. What do we want to do?
Omar is just, like I said last time at the end of last time, he's just kind of sitting there in front of Dunstan with his head down, just trying to process.
Ringo goes to sit with him. She doesn't say anything. She just kind of sits down next to him.
And yes, and I do believe Sprocket also was there offering some condolences,
yeah, he was
which
hugging
actually
Sprocket. You've got multiple Sprockets.
Yeah, I updated Sprocket's token to match the artwork that we had created. So there we go. Do not cry, Sprocket friend. Help, friend of Ed Savior, Omar.
Yeah, he doesn't really respond very well.
He's kind of like headbutting Omar's knees and like circling around him.
Omar's just gonna take a hand and like put it on Sprocket's head and just like leave it there, like a hand flop, like a hold still, but not a lot of effort to it.
And Sprocket's little eye turns into like sort of a little frown, and it glows like a dim blue.
And steps up and goes, "Come here, Sprocket. Give him some space."
I know you guys had kind of covered Dunstan with something. I think maybe Pam did cover him some. Sprocket would go up and take his chef hat and carry it over to Omar and say, he would say like, Madam Ed Savior, friend Omar, gift from lost family. He want for you.
Buddy.
Omar will take it and fold it up carefully and stick it in his pocket.
And then he scurries over to Ed and kind of climbs up on her shoulder there.
Say it's just Omar. And he'll just kind of stand and look around the disaster of the kitchen, because everything was on fire and then charred and then hit with frozen dragon breath. Alright. You give me a minute till I get everything back in order. Like he's giving himself a mission. Like you can hear like this almost resigned determination in his voice. Like he's giving himself a job because he has to have something to focus on. And he might find like a tablecloth or something to cover over Dunstan with, if they haven't already.
I think Pam did cover him the last game. But because you said that, the first thing you're going to notice looking around the remains of the galley, especially because you're familiar with a kitchen, a lot of your supplies that were brought in that list that I posted have been damaged. You can see that the potions of healing and the sending stone survived the fire, and they can be pretty easily retrieved. And so can the chest of rations. But there were some things that were either consumed by the fire or used expending the flames, which I will post this in the chat. But it was the portable cooking surface, 2 barrels of water, 5 flasks of cooking oil, two of the chests containing fresh food, and a half a cord of pre-cut firewood. So would it help if I put what you initially had in first and then what was destroyed in the chat?
Maybe just a list of what we have now.
Yeah, that's what
because
I was
we
saying.
can just... I think we got the gist of we've lost shit.
Yeah, let me see if I can just subtract these items here.
You're just hurting Omar's heart over and over again, Kurt.
I know. I know.
Real Mark.
I'm horrible monster
You are.
right now.
You are.
Keep in mind, next time you play a campaign, payback. Next time I plan one. Next time I plan one.
So both barrels of the water are gone.
Do we have any water?
Five of the flasks of cooking oil. 1 second, and then I will post the 2 chests containing food stuff. Ooh.
So Omar's gonna
Okay.
go through with mending and mend what he can and get tools out for what he can't. And you just like, he's almost like hyper focused, like to the point of tuning everything else out. And he's making lists and fixing things and getting his tools out to fix what the mending magic can't, and making a list of what they lost, and just
Okay. This is the updated list of what remains after the fire.
okay. Now let me. And the sending stone goes to who again? I'm gonna copy this into the party stash.
I would say, since you were taking the initial assessment, you have that sending stone. You are aware from arriving there that sending stone was your only kind of line of communication to Vespa and the rest of Novacor while you're on this mission. So there you go. Yeah. Now, I guess, so we know, just to kind of backtrack, recap on some of the information you found out. These magma methods are not something that just show up when you're cooking, if that makes sense. So they are definitely what caused the fire. Does anyone with that information have anything else they would like to do in the remains of the galley?
I think Meryl would like to try to look around and investigate and see if she can find why they were there. Like what caused them to appear.
Give me an investigation.
Okay. All right, that is a 18.
Okay. So, you can tell first that it originated from Dunstan's portable cooking service. Now, the surface is incapable of producing an explosion big enough to cause this kind of fire, nor could it, like I said, summon these magma methods. It was, from what you can glean from this, the fire was probably caused by a magic spell, perhaps a spell cast on or near the portable cooking surface. The methods were either summoned by that same spell or potentially another spell.
Is there anything I can do to try to see, like, if the spell was attached to the portable cooktop, or if there is anything written on the portable cooktop, or anything that might point to whether Dunstan did this, or someone did it and, like, just sent it off with us? Maybe
give me
an Arcana, maybe?
Yeah. Or if you have, let's say Arcana or Investigation, I think. Investigation more to check for any sort of engravings or anything like that on the cooktop.
Because my Arcana is a +7. So that is a 26.
Okay. So you don't see any engravings on the cooktop anything like that. You can, though, tell that by the char marks, the pattern, that it was definitely a magic spell that was cast there to cause the fire. And judging by the marks and where you saw the methods in the room when you arrived, you have a high suspicion that it was another spell that would have needed to have been cast to also summon them. Now,
So the spell would have needed to have been casted after we docked, so to speak.
yes. Now, you also know the people that came with you are your dorm friends.
Mm-hmm.
Zelka, Duncan, Syrah, Valara. But also, for the Nova Academy, or Nova Corps, you have Cricket, who's Sophie's brother. You have Fred, the Plasmoid. And then you have Nick. Those are the only 3 other people, aside from your immediate sort of crew, that you know are there, right?
Can I ask a question really quick?
Sure.
If I used like detect magic and like walked over to the group of people, like would the one that used magic recently glow? Like if they had, or like would we be able to like, would any items that maybe like the spell came from or like were involved, would they glow so we could like investigate more? Isn't that what it says detect magic? They like have an aura or something.
Since this spell has been burned, you would not have detect magic. Wouldn't. There are definitely some other lines that you could take in that same mindset. So if you would like to start with a particular NPC, so, let me know who. I would say kind of as this conversation's going on, the smoke is cleared enough for the rest of the group here to now Nick, he was passed out up on the, let me get him back on the map because he sort of
we don't know that he passed out. We know that we left him behind because he wasn't physically capable.
Yeah, and I said passed out, but basically he was left kind of there, not able to make the trek back to the galleys. So he's back sort of in the it was the holodeck, yeah, is where he was, where you guys fought so he's there, but the rest are there on that cargo deck floor with you all. So Jadora, is there anyone in particular that you would want to start with?
Real quick.
I think before Jadora starts rounding them up, Meryl's going to look to her and say, "Don't tip them off right away. Bring them all in here. Tell them whatever you need to tell them, but bring them all in here. And Omar, once they're in, if you would, lock the doors if you can."
I want to see their reaction when they see this mess.
No one needs to leave until we know what happened.
Don't tell them about Dunstan. I want to read their reaction.
So, I guess to answer, so we don't think detect magic though is not going to like illuminate a person?
No, detect magic doesn't work that way, sadly.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Jadora's going to kind of walk over and look at Omar and pat Omar, like kind of pet Omar, like nicely though, like not condescending, like really sweetly, like I'm very sorry.
Like a comforting type of.
Yeah, a comforting like pets on Omar and look really sadly at him, and then she's gonna look over to the group and say, "Guys, get over here. Do you know how this happened?" to like the group, like trying beckoning them over, like like waving her hands at them, like, "Hey, come over here," and saying like, "What? Do you guys know what happened here?"
So Zelka steps up shyly first, and she's like, "We couldn't make it because of the smoke, but oh, is that Dunstan under there?" And she like starts to scurry forward to like kind of like get close to him. No.
Can I roll like a insight check as everybody comes in the room so that Omar can, like, I think in this moment he's acting like he's repairing stuff, but he's taken a moment to try to gauge who seems surprised, who seems like, oh yeah, this happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
like
do we have a way to like tell if they're lying? Like, does anyone have like a spell or anything that like can tell?
It would
Like,
be something like detect thoughts, which I do not have. But if anybody did have, I think that's the spell you're looking for.
Okay.
A pretty decent insight. So if we can get them all right. So Meryl is pretty insistent. Let's bring them all in here. Don't make a fuss. Let's just be very calm. But bring them all in here and then lock the doors.
I'm here for it.
All
Meryl's
right,
gonna get them.
So you said
Now,
yes
what
on the
about-
insight roll, right?
Meryl is being extremely calm.
now what about Nick? Do we want to leave him where he is?
If he can be moved, Meryl is going to insist that he also be brought in. She says, unless his back is broken, I would like him in here too.
Look at Captain Merrill.
What is the process of getting him to the cargo deck though? Because didn't we have to like climb a rope and then do a check and then?
There's a rope. I would think whoever is taking command or charge could roll a intimidation to get his ass down there. And I'm just saying intimidation in a sense that he is not like he's not doing super awesome, so he just needs a little, I don't want to say fire under his ass too soon, but
He needs a little to get him.
yeah.
Meryl will go in.
Above table, he is the one I'm most suspicious of right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jadora's gonna walk over to the access shaft and look up it and be like, "Hey Nick, are you alive? Can you come down here too, please? That'd be great." And I can roll an intimidation if you want.
Yes,
That was the least intimidating way to ask him.
It was.
So I think she should get advantage because sometimes that's scarier.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
She has a bardic inspiration still too.
Like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
That's like when I walk over to a group of students and go, "Hey, what you doing?"
Or when I look at Hal, it's like, what you chilling on?
Choose faster.
What? I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Dora.
So-
Nice.
Hopefully very convincing.
Yeah, I mean, Nick, he can tell, like, in the softness in your voice that, for some reason, that tone that you took, that very, I'm asking, but it's not really a request.
We're in the phase of ask, tell, make.
Yeah.
And that's probably where you want it to stay.
You were kind of watching the access shaft from the holodeck to where you guys are, and you hear him say, "Oh, I'm coming," and then he just like slips and falls down the rope, and you see him like crash to the floor, and he's here now.
Jadora's gonna like put her hand on his back, like not for like grabbing him, but just like with purpose, and is gonna like and be like, "Come this way, Nick," and like push him like over next to the other people.
Come on, buddy.
Be like, "Come on, come this way, Nick. Come stand," and like push him next to, I forget the little one's name. What's her name?
Oh, the fire is so much worse than when I left it. It's destroyed so much. Oh, is that Dunstan? Is that Dunstan?
Meryl's going to kind of lean down to Nick and say, Nick, be quiet, please.
Cricket will go to Dunstan. He will take one of his medals of honor off of his lapel and place it on top of the blanket where Dunstan is.
Omar rolled a 16 on that insight check, by the way, that I asked to do a bit ago.
Yes. And were you directing that at anyone in particular?
He's watching each of them by turn to read their reaction as they enter the room and see Dunstan, who seems like shocked is acceptable, upset is acceptable, but who is intentionally being hard to read in this moment, or whose reaction feels out of place or ingenuine.
Okay. I'm gonna make a kind of a contested couple of rolls here. All right. Okay. Okay. And you said you rolled a
16 total.
Okay. So from what you can tell, everyone is very remorseful and alarmed at the sight in front of them. Except Nick, you notice, is averting looking at Dunstan. He can't look. He's a little green. He can't really look at where Dunstan is.
Even though Dunstan's covered in...
Yeah. He can't handle that sight right now.
You dirty birdie.
I think Meryl is also watching Nick pretty hard. Meryl, I would like to do an insight check on Nick for Meryl. I'm going to see if he is experiencing remorse, but it's the kind of remorse that I didn't know it would be this bad. Or, you know what I mean?
The guilt's remorse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be difficult, but...
I know that is a big ask.
It is a big ask, but roll.
Roll
17.
big. Can I give her my bardic inspiration? Can I pass that along, or is that just on me?
It's on you, but I think in this moment, if Omar realized Meryl was on the same page, I have one more. If the DM will let me give it to her preemptively.
That's why I wanted to say it before Meryl told me what she rolled.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull a Jess, and she's so. Can I retcon that ever so slightly? So I think Meryl's gonna go kind of crouch down in front of Nick and kind of get his head and make him look at her. Her nose is like a gnat's ass from his, and she's gonna kind of reach up and tap her chest, and she's gonna cast guidance on herself.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and I think Omar would, if I could have him give her that second inspiration.
Yeah.
And I think unlike the other times where he's promising to make food and whatnot, it's just this nod of the head, this very respectful, yes, Captain, I trust you kind of, you know that nod that people give you sometimes in those moments? It's just one of those.
Yeah.
So that is where's the bardic inspiration? I think it's a D6. Oh, I can do it 3 times now. Yeah, it's a D6, Brandy, if you need it.
Okay, let me also. Oh Lord, let me add that. Oh, my shit's fallen. All right. Oh God. Okay, so 21.
That's a nice surprise. I have more than I thought I did of those.
26. With all those dice. Look at all those chickens.
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing you know is that out of everyone here, he's the only one who has enough magical talent to even be able to do something like this. You can also tell that it's exactly what you thought. It's not necessarily a remorse as much as I didn't think it would be this bad or cost someone their life. So why don't you give me someone, whoever thinks that they can do this, intimidation check.
See, Meryl is not great with intimidation.
Let me look. I have. Oh, I am. I my charisma. So I've got a +4.
Angry little spider
I
monkey.
have
yeah.
a +3 in the bardic inspiration if you want me to use it too.
Well, it's a 17 on the dice I just rolled +4.
Oh, well.
So 21 total.
Okay.
As Omar starts to speak to Nick, Meryl is going to like turn Nick's head towards Omar.
And Omar, I think actually Omar is the perfect person for this. Because
And
he's kind of been like the group dad.
And Nick is like, oh, no, no. And he's like trying to look away from Omar and pull away from Meryl. And he's like doing everything he can to not, like, he's turning every color of purple. And
Omar's just kind of walking over, and it's that singular focus where, like, you all start where it was the, if I don't give myself something to focus on, I will snap. And it's now, that focus is now shifted to Nick. Son.
And so, yeah, tell me, how do you want to do this?
Son, you're going to tell us what you know. You are going to tell us what you know.
And at that, he would say, oh gosh, I didn't know it would be that bad. I really just wanted to get out of the core. I wanted to start a family and have a happy life. And I just didn't, I'm a fool, I'm an idiot. And I was recruited to do this, and I didn't know it would be this bad. I just thought I was promised I would be allowed to leave the core and finally be with my love, and we could leave into the distant galaxy and never be found. And the Mercane, he told me it was just a trap. He told me when he gave me the scrolls, he told me it was just a trap. It wasn't going to be anything big, that he might get hurt, but no one was gonna die, and you have to believe me.
Omar just kind of straightens and does that, like, he's smaller, even with Nick sitting. I think he's still kind of like smaller, but somehow he's got that looking down at him kind of vibe. And he kind of crosses his arms, and it's that silence that your parents do when they're like chewing their words over, because if they say something, it's going to be something they have to apologize for later, and he doesn't want to have to apologize later. So he's just silent.
Nick collapses to his knees, and he's like praying to all of you. His eyes are going from each one of you. You now see everyone's arms are crossed. Everyone is kind of peering down at him in anger, and he's like, please have mercy on me. I surrender. I wanted to be free. This isn't for me. I wanted to be happy. I didn't want him to die.
Why didn't you just resign?
You know, Vespa. I couldn't. I thought this would be easier. I thought if it looked like I failed, they would just let me go. Everyone's used to me being a failure.
Don't you dare blame Vespa for your actions.
I was gonna say, who put you up to this, Nick?
I don't know his name. He was a Mercane. He just promised me enough money to be happy, and I just thought if I could make it look like an accident. And yes, it was my fault, but just an accident that hurt somebody, I could leave. No one would be surprised I let them down. And I did, but I let you down so much worse. And he just like, he kind of crumples and he's like, I deserve anything that you feel that I do.
You do. Meryl's gonna look at Omar. How would Dunstan want to be buried, for lack of a better term?
Probably cremated, taken one of his favorite spots, buried in a garden where his remains could fuel the future growth. And he's still looking over at Nick. I have news for you, boy. If this is how you thought you would get out of your responsibilities, you're not ready for a family. And he's just going to turn his back and walk to the other end of the room before he does something he regrets.
Nick and I will see to his cremation. Won't we, Nick?
So you won't tell Vespa?
Oh no, we are going to tell Vespa. Everyone will know.
Oh. And he... Okay, so we're at a kind of a moment here where you all have a few decisions to make. This is going to take some discussion amongst you all on how you want to do this. Are you going to turn back? Or are you going to press on? First question. But I'll give you all of them, and you can kind of decide from that point. What are you going to do with Mike? Or what are you going to do with Dunstan's body, which it sounds like cremate? Are you going to contact Vespa with this news of Nick? And what are you going to do with Nick since you know he is the traitor?
I just want to say I would like to vote for like interrogating Nick a little bit more so we can try to get as much information as possible. And I don't know if it's possible. Like, I don't know if this would be like horrible, but like I could also potentially cremate Dunstan.
Oh,
with,
damn.
like,
Yeah, you could.
air bolt or something, and then we could like collect his ashes and carry them with us so we're not lugging around a giant dead body. No offense.
No, Omar would agree with that because I think Omar, like, I'm trying to decide, like, Omar and Dunstan probably had some chats and some, like, back and forth banter and stuff, but I think, given the situation, and I don't know that Omar would necessarily know what Dunstan would want for himself, but what Omar would want for himself would be to cremate it and have his ashes used to grow a garden somewhere. So that is what he is thinking Dunstan would be respectful for Dunstan as well, or at the very least give the ashes to the family because they can't bring the body back, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, as long as it's not like insensitive and you guys agree with it, I mean, especially if we can cremate him, like I'm okay going on after we contact I guess my thoughts are like interrogate Nick, let's cremate Dunstan, put him in a nice little urn or box or something, and then call Vespa and see what she wants us to do. Because if we can go on and just keep Nick like handcuffed or something, or we can wrap him in some rope and tie him up something, you know, like maybe we can still complete our mission. I guess that's my thoughts, but I'm interested to hear everyone else's thoughts.
Remind me what our original mission was. I'm sorry, I've actually forgotten the original mission.
Honestly. What's our mission?
Okay. So you all still have to retrieve the ore from the Beholder planet, from the spire on that planet. That's the whole reason you were kind of commandeering this ship. Right now you're sitting in orbit nearby that planet, but not within their visibility, like probably orbiting like a nearby moon. So actually, one second. Let me. I'm gonna send Jess one thing while it's on my mind.
Which ship?
Oh, OG Jess.
Me. Okay.
Omar.
Yeah, because we've already made it to the ship. So, I don't know. Or do we wait to tell Vespa? Do we just wait until we get back and we just go get the orb?
I think Omar would bring Meryl the sending stone. Because that is our point of contact. So he would more like a I trust you, Captain gesture.
Mhm.
That's right. We gotta leave it up to our captain.
Oh shit! I forgot Meryl was the captain.
Meryl's
also-
the captain.
Who's in charge?
I think
Meryl's
Meryl
a
also
great
knows
captain.
that Meryl was the captain. It's not Meryl's first ship. Not her first rodeo. Not that she has captained before, but it's not her first time out on a ship.
Okay. Now, so we're going to press on. We're going to cremate Dunstan.
Do you think
We are going to-
Omar... Oh, sorry.
We are going to interrogate Nick a little more.
Yep.
And
I would like to do that, yes.
we are going to contact Vespa.
Yes.
What do you think,
Okay.
Susan? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm on board with that. She
Okay.
wants to kick him out into space. So
Mhm.
Honestly,
had a
thought about
feeling.
that, but I'm like, no, we should
She
keep
is-
him.
Omar
He is
would, like, if they're
very-
talking about this, Omar would veto that because he wants Nick to live with the guilt that he feels now.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
We
not
still
for
have
him.
rope.
She-
We still have lots of rope that we can just wrap him up in.
So, and just because also Ed asked as well, the fiance's name you all know is Ayane. And you would have grasped that when you found Nick in the mess hall flipping through the bridal catalogs.
That's the reason
Um,
I asked, because
Yes.
he had the little moment with pinching his cheeks and stuff.
Uh-huh. So Oh, and I'm sorry. Go ahead, you guys.
Oh no, Ed hasn't said anything. But she is giving him a death glare this whole time. And I think the only thing she will say is, "You did this to get out. What do you think Ayane is gonna think when she finds out you're a killer?"
Does she know what you did? What you bargained for?
No, she was never supposed to know. No one was supposed to know. It was just supposed to be my way out. She'll never marry me now. I know that.
Dora's gonna look at Nick and say, Nick, do you have any sort of like instructions or paper or any sort of physical evidence from this person who told you to do this?
He just said... He said his boss was incredibly powerful and had enough money to set me up the way I wanted. He said his boss's name was Logoth, and that's all I can remember. That's all I needed. I should have asked more.
When did this happen? When did he come to you?
do you remember when we were at the mess hall and I was sick to my stomach and the graffiti got painted on the wall and he was there.
Do we know this? Do we know this person that gave you these instructions? Have we talked to him before?
No. I met him on the dock before he and his crew took off. Vespa didn't know. She saw the blips as they exited the force field, but I'm the only one that talked to them.
Them? Was there more than one? Or just one person?
His crew. Some of them had the red paint that they used in the mess hall.
You know what really tells me you have bad judgment? You could have turned him in, got out as a hero's reward.
Where did they go after they talked to you, Nick?
I don't know. They said they would be in contact once I'd left Novacor.
How were they going to contact you?
They said they had their ways. They could find me anywhere. That the disciples of Rex know no bounds.
What do they look like, these people?
Well, they were all types. There was some that were Thrakeen and some that were Elven, some that were auto gnomes, and he had a whole crew, all different types.
Have you seen
I thought that
anyone-
meant it wouldn't be that bad. Obviously, lots of people like them.
Have you seen any of these people anywhere on the ship other than that one time when they came and told you these instructions, or anyone associating with them?
No, I don't think so. I need more time to think. I think maybe they had something to do with the holodeck training malfunctioning. I don't know. I recognized the symbol on some of their sleeves. The red AR.
You will have plenty of time to think, Nick, as we cremate Dunstan.
Yeah, where is the rope currently? Can we go ahead and tie him up?
Which rope and which piece of the rope?
What?
I said which rope and which piece of the rope because we have 2 ropes in one of the hallways for climbing, and the rope we climbed down to get here that's been cut in half.
Well, we says we have 5 10-foot lengths of rope.
Yeah, I think you
100-foot
all
lengths.
took some, so there's probably one of you has some rope left.
How's the rope?
Are we tying him up?
I think we need to tie him up so he doesn't escape or do anything else bad. And she's gonna glare at Nick.
He's grounded.
He
is
holds his wrists up to her together and is like, I can't trust myself. I don't even know who I am anymore. I'm sorry, Ayane. I'm sorry.
I do feel a little bad for him.
I
Just a
don't.
tiny-
Mm-mm.
Will you
Not
just
even a little.
will you just tell her I'm sorry?
You'll have to tell her
No,
yourself.
that.
Okay, so we're tying him up. Give me whoever's doing this. I imagine Jadora.
Probably. Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Oh, okay. Let me go to
So-
my character.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say, Jess?
11.
I was gonna say if it was something I could help with, but Omar's pretty small, so I don't know. Cause
I mean, and it's easy because he is not fighting. So I set it at 10 anyway because he's like, yeah, do this. Tie me up. And I'm assuming Muriel is going to drag him to witness the incineration by Jadora of his body.
Yep.
And before we take him wherever you all decide to do this, are we telling Vespa any of this? I
think Meryl's vote would be to be honest and tell her everything.
yeah.
Meryl
Yes.
is already kind of peeved with Vespa on several fronts.
And I think there's a reason Omar brought Meryl to Stone instead of making the call himself. And
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
I
Cap.
like to imagine before Meryl makes the call, Omar's back into like cleaning and fixing, but he's grumbling to Meryl about things to tell Vespa, like, and tell her planning sucks, and tell her, you know, like all of that.
Okay, so wait, you said Omar's using the sending stone?
No, Omar brought
No, he
Meryl the sending stone,
Okay.
and then he's grumbling about all these things they need to tell
Okay,
Vespa.
got it.
But he's
All right.
gonna leave Meryl to actually convey whatever needs to be conveyed.
Now, remind me, with a sending stone, do I have a word limit on
I
that?
don't think so. I think it's just an open line of communication to whoever the other sending stone is. Let me just read it. You can only use them once a day. Once the sending stone is cast through the stones, the pairing is easily recognized while you touch one stone, and you can use an action to cast the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no creature bears the other stone, you know. So no word limit. It's just an open line of communication between
Oh, they've
you
changed
two.
that too.
So Meryl is going to activate the sending stone and wait for Vespa to pick up.
Cast sending from it.
Oh, she'll cast sending from it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 25 words or fewer. That's what we were looking for.
That's weird. It doesn't say that on this one.
Does yours say cast sending from it?
I think it's the spell, not the stone, that has the word limit.
Yeah.
Well, because when it says cast sending from it, that made me think it was using the parameters of the spell.
Oh, I got you. I see. I've got to look up the sending spell. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I see. It doesn't list it in the sending stone stats. I see what you're saying.
They
Yes,
do funny
25 words.
But they have also changed enough things when they did the last rules update that I wasn't sure which version we had.
And you know what? I'm going to house rule that this is futuristic sending stone, that when someone has the other pair, it's like an open comm. It is like the
Yay.
futuristic version of a sending stone. It is an open comm link to whoever has the other one. We're in the future now. So I don't like the 25. There's a reason there's only 2 for security reasons. So I feel like, to me, in my mind, that eliminates the need to try to fit it into words in the future anyway. That's what I'm going with.
I am down with this.
It just makes sense to me. So that's what I'm saying. House ruling it. So the calm in your hand, it's like, we're gonna say, because it's a sending stone, it opens kind of like a little digital clamshell, right, with a little speaker on the bottom, and it pops up a little hologram like figure of whatever you're seeing when she opens it, so her face, and she says, Vespa speaking, and you can only use the sending stone once per day, so I do hope this is important.
We've had a death on the ship. So yes, it is exceptionally important, Vespa.
A death on the ship? Have you landed on the Beholder planet?
Chat, have we landed on the Beholder planet?
No,
No, we just got the ship. We're not to the planet yet.
we're like in orbit or something, right?
Yeah.
We're currently in orbit over the planet. It seems one of our crew members, Nick, was given scrolls to summon fire methods. The spell was applied to one of Dunstan's possessions. It's destroyed quite a lot of our supplies and has killed Dunstan.
Dunstan Clumberfoot. He's dead.
Yeah. He is dead, and we've been betrayed by one of our members.
That sniveling little leech, Nicholas. He's done this. Who? Who is he working for?
The same people that have been painting those signs around that caused the holodeck incident, and that little blip that we reported to you some time ago was their ship leaving.
Logoth. The disciples of Axiom. I should have known. How on earth did Nick come in contact with the likes of them? He's scared of his own shadow. Why would he make a deal with someone like him?
They initiated contact with him to offer him apparently a hefty sum of money and a way out of the academy if he did this.
The traitorous fool. He's brought destruction to our doorstep. And for what?
Indeed. We're going to continue the mission. Nicholas is going to help us cremate Dunstan to bring him home.
Is there room for two?
I could make an exception.
Throw him out the nearest airlock. We have no room for traitors. And then you hear someone whispering in the background. Ugh. Throw him in the nearest brig. I'll be there tomorrow to retrieve him before you continue your journey to the planet. I'll handle him and his treason myself.
Please bring supplies when you come.
Supplies?
The explosion destroyed most of our kitchen supplies.
Explosion? What happened? What kind of spells were these? What is that on Ed's shoulder?
I'll fill you in on the rest.
See?
I'm thinking because they had a little like holographic screen. So
Love
I
it.
feel like
I love it.
Meryl might say, that's Nick's replacement.
Right?
My baby, and you will not speak of him.
I'm really envisioning like just a futuristic little clamshell that has a speaker and a little mini camera on it.
I absolutely
I love
love
this.
it.
It's like a little Zoom Polly Pocket.
Totally.
I love this.
She is like, send me your coordinates from the command deck. Like I said, I'll be there tomorrow.
Thank you,
Don't
Beth.
let him out of your sight. I'm still considering putting him out the airlock. Rest in peace, Dunstan. My thoughts are with you. I'll notify his next of kin. Is there anything else I should pass along? And you see her start to kind of tear up. I've known him since he was a young man. We grew up in the academy together. I always thought he would be here. I trusted he would take such good care of you. And she is like, Vespa out. And she closes it.
Oh, she got feelings
That's
too.
it.
Let me tell you, Ed and Vespa don't agree on much, but they agree on throwing people out of airlocks when they fuck up.
Mhm.
Where do you think she got it?
Meryl's like, no, take him back to stand in judgment before his kin.
Yeah. Omar's like, he's gonna have to live with how badly he fucked up his own life trying to make it better.
Yeah, Ed's not being serious, just to clarify. She knows. Like, but it doesn't stop her from wishing.
Oh, yeah.
Fair.
I
It's
think
more
Meryl's
of a
going
you're
to-
lucky that they're in control and not me sort of shit.
I think Meryl will get the rope tied around Nick's hands and kind of pull him along. Come on, we have work to do.
I want so badly for Sprocket to walk up behind him and just like jab him with something and shock him a little. Just like, bad man.
Exterminate.
Exterminate.
He said, I can't kill people, but I can give them a little buzz, damn it.
Bless that baby.
He tried.
You do.
We'll get him some stuff to do damage with later.
I love this for him.
Yeah, you guys drag him along to witness this incineration, and tell me how that goes, and if everyone is joining, and yeah.
Are we doing it right there in the destroyed kitchen, like a little mini funeral pyre? Or are we moving the body elsewhere? How?
Maybe
guys
we
tell
shouldn't
me.
cremate him in the kitchen. We don't want. This is going to be terrible. We don't want Dunstan flakes all over where we're going to eat later.
Oh dear.
I mean, she's
Yeah,
not
well,
wrong.
I was thinking the kitchen had to be cleaned anyway, because
Yeah, we could maybe
I
somebody.
was probably gonna relocate the galley stuff to a different, not charred space as he fixed it.
We turn on the fan at my. Turn on the range fan.
Does
Oh,
anyone
no.
smell bacon?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I think Meryl might gently advocate for maybe let's take him to another part of the ship or something.
I would say you guys would know maybe the
We're gonna
dock.
sweep him up. I mean, we're gonna put him in a box or something. So I mean, we're gonna have to clean the kitchen anyway before we can use it again.
Yeah, like I was
That-
thinking, like move the kitchen supplies to a different spot, like clean, repair, clean, move, cremate Dunstan.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm done with that.
And Omar has found, like, I want to say maybe it once held like fancy tea or something, but the tea leaves all got burned up, but he's managed to, like, it was like a porcelain or a clay jar or something that wasn't damaged by the fire, because those things can take a lot of heat. And he has used minting to repair and clean it, and he's got it all ready for Dunstan.
Perfect. So I think, yes, I just, yeah, yep. And I messaged about that. So, Ed and Sprocket, see you have found and cleaned up this vase is what we decided, right? Like a
Like,
vase that held like tea.
Yeah, like a kind of like a cookie jar, but you see them sometimes in tea shops for holding loose tea leaves.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. So I think Sprocket will kind of whir and whistle and lean on Ed's shoulder towards her and be like, Sprocket can help with this with Madam Ed's permission and assistance. Make pretty for Dunstan, friend of Ed, savior.
Sure, buddy, we'll do that.
And I will get you to make your tinkering check, which we said for you we were going to use your intellect, I believe. Is what you said before?
I can't remember, actually.
Let's see. Let me see if I can
Or
find
was it
it.
sleight of hand?
For tinkering, it's usually
Arcane.
dexterity.
I thought it was using the tools required an Arcana check, but hold on, let me search real fast.
It's usually dexterity plus if you're proficient or not. Because that's what I had for mine in my notes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it makes more sense, but I could have sworn the last time I looked it said something like you have to succeed on a dexterity check for tinker tools, which I thought was weird, but
Yeah, because you have to use them. So it's your dex plus proficiency if you're proficient.
no, I'm sorry. I meant Arcana check for it, but not
I'm cool with Dex if you are.
Yeah,
Dex.
I like that. It makes more sense for something like a tinker's tool.
Mm-hmm. Let me make a note, actually.
It could also
just 'cause
be
I know.
DM choice depending on what you're trying to do. Because I had to look to find anything on which check it was.
Oh, I think how I got to it before was I went to Ed's character sheet and clicked on the tinker's tools there, and that's where it told me, if I'm right.
But if I may ask, what are we trying to do? Because I did say Omar had already cleaned and repaired the jar.
Yeah, they're going to try to just personalize it a little bit more, and then give everyone the opportunity to add an item that maybe Sprocket can tinker into it.
Like painting or etching. Etching is the word I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and just making it more personalized so that it means something to everyone,
Aww.
I envision him etching it and her telling him how to spell the name and stuff like that. Little personalization things. He wants
give me your dexterity and give me that with advantage because you've got him helping you.
Okay.
Can I also cast guidance on Ed just to make sure it goes really good?
Let's see. And what guidance is an extra D4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, that's what it was. Tinker's Tools, you can use this tool as a spell casting focus. So that's what I was reading, thinking,
That
and it
makes
uses
sense.
intelligence. So I think that's what I saw, and I was like, intelligence, that's weird. But it's if you're using it as a focus.
Yeah, artificers probably do that a lot.
21.
Yes. Okay. So Ed, you tell me. So Sprocket and you all have kind of gotten some supplies together to really add to this, affix different things to it, engrave it. How do you want that to look?
I don't know if it would be possible, but if it is, I think etching his name really nicely and then somehow figuring out how to affix that metal to the front of it.
Yeah.
Would be really nice.
Okay, so let's say this. You see the Medal of Honor that Cricket took and laid on the sheet, and you pick it up, and that's going to be some of the metal that you need to sort of affix and engrave his name to it. Does anyone else have any personal touches, effects that they feel like really speak to Dunstan that you would want to also add to this?
Oh, that's a good question. Did Dunstan follow any religion or like worship anything? Would we know, or would Omar know?
You all sadly didn't know him that well, but you know that the GIF in general are a very culture heavy sort of clan. Particularly in their home world, tradition runs very deep. Think very kind of like African cultures and how long they've been around, and sort of the importance they put on like generational pride. So him being a cook is something that has probably come from when he was very young, you know? So that's a very important part of him, as well as just the pride of being a GIF, which kind of, in my mind, are very shamanistic in their homeland on how they live off the land and like the tributaries and stuff and the wetlands that they sort of frequent. They're very earthy tribal types. So does that give you some ideas, maybe?
So the garden idea wouldn't be too far off.
That's why I loved it.
I think kind of given the idea of going back to the land, fertilizing it, the wetlands, I think Meryl will she'll get like a kitchen knife and she's going to kind of prick her finger and get a little blood out of it, and then maybe twist up like the little end of a napkin or something and paint a little mushroom on the side.
Jadora's gonna see that and think that's so sweet, and she's gonna do the same thing, and she's gonna prick her finger and draw a little like fire thing on it as well with her blood. That's so sweet. A little fire symbol.
Omar will draw a little frying pan. I'm imagining they're doing this so that the etching has like a thing to follow.
Yeah. And Zelka loved Dunstan's pudding, as we all know.
Oh.
And she is sniffling and she steps up and she says, "Oh, Dunstan, no one's gonna make the same chocolate pudding." And she'll go to his cooking things and her hands are kind of trembling. And she pulls out his metal cooking spoon, mixing spoon. And she gives it a kiss. And she hands it to them. And Sprocket takes it very ceremoniously from her and does like a little bow and is like, "Sprocket makes special for Zelka." And he'll meld it to make like a lip to the jar with like this fancy engraved spoon, and like kind of fix it to the top, and you'll see his little laser eye focus on the prints of the mushrooms and things as little sparks start to fly, and it kind of engraves the frying pan and the mushroom and the fire into like almost like a crust, which like seated at the top is like the Medal of Honor, and underneath it he'll put just the initials, like the banner of like Nova Corps.
Aw. I think that Ed's gonna let like Sprocket work on that. And Oliver, you good over there? Sorry.
I think we all have the answer to that.
I mean, he rolled off his bed that is like 5 times bigger than he is. So I don't know how he managed that, but he did.
Bless that baby.
He needs a lot of them. Whew. But I think that she'll let Sprocket take the spoon, but like when Zelka goes to like pull her hand away, Ed will like shoot her hand out and like catch hers and like just kind of look at her for a second and then like pull her into a big hug.
And soon as you grab her hand, her facade, the very little toughness that Zelka can ever muster, which is very little ever, crumbles completely. Like tears immediately well up in her eyes, and she moves Ed's hand out of the way to give her enough room to come in for a full hug and kind of collapse on her.
Aww. And she hugs her tight.
Aww.
And she's just like,
Aww. And she like puts one hand on her head and like tightens her other arm around her and said, "It's okay, kid."
and she'll just look up at her teary-eyed and say, "It's scary in space. And I know this is just the beginning."
It's gonna be okay. It's scary, but we're here. I'm here.
Anyone else? And I think Duncan, who is usually very quiet, actually, he's going to step forward because, you know, they've been students at the school for like a year longer than you. So there's a lot of breakfasts that they've attended and things where they've gotten pretty used to him. And Duncan takes off his normal helmet that he always has on, his like kind of space helmet, and sits it down on top of on top of Dunstan's body, and he says, "From the stars we were made, and from the stars we'll return." And he like crosses Dunstan's arms over the helmet, and he says, "Rest in peace, friend."
Aww. All the feels.
And we're ready. You have the jar made. Nick he can't even look. He's inconsolable in the corner. He's kind of turned his back and is almost in fetal position in the corner.
I think
Dora's
Omar's
gonna look over. Oh, go ahead. You go.
Oh,
You go, Omar.
Let's say Omar's gonna step back to give the fire people room to do their thing, and he's gonna take his hat off his head and cross it over his heart in a salute, and kind of stand back with the others as the cremation occurs.
And Jadora's she's gonna kind of hold out her hands to do the to do her firebolt, and before she does, she's gonna look over at Nick and say, "Nick, turn around and watch. This is your fault. This is your doing."
We honor those who have gone before us. We honor those who have fallen for the cause. We honor those who have kept us going.
And Valaris says, "For those that come after." And Nick hates it, but he turns around. He knows he has to. He turns around and watches as everyone kind of turns their focus to Jadora.
She's gonna put out her hand. She's gonna go, "Rest in peace, Dunstan. I hope you're in a better place." And she's gonna shoot her firebolt at him, and he's gonna kind of singe all over, and then just kind of like crumble into little ashes on the ground.
And as this fire burns in this dark cavern, deep in cold, cold space, Sprocket goes to one of the control screens accesses Nova Core files and begins to just play a series of videos of different things that Dunstan has been part of at Nova Core.
Little
As it
AI
sort of-
on it went all smart and super helpful. Really helpful.
Well, so you just gonna make us ugly cry. All right. That's fine.
Right.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine. I wasn't planning on.
It's like when Claude goes, "Oh yeah, I can find those files without you asking." Claude, I didn't tell you to do that.
It's true. No one told him. He thought he was helping.
I mean, he is sweetly helping, but also
He
not.
is. As we're crying, he is helpful.
So that's it. The fire burns down. The cavern goes dark. You're left with the ashes there that you all sweep up and place in the urn. What do you want to do with Nick?
Omar's not doing anything with Nick because Omar doesn't trust himself. So instead, he's going to take the jar and make sure it's sealed with wax or whatever he can get for a seal to make sure it stays closed until they can pass it over to Vespa. And he's going to go back to cleaning up the kitchen equipment and directing the others to help him move it to a better location. And he's going to let Meryl and the others handle Nick, because if Omar is left alone with Nick, bad things may happen. And he knows this.
So I think Zelka's going to stay very close to Ed. But I think Valara, Sierra, Duncan, Cricket all will go with Omar. So that will leave Ed and Zelka, Pam and Jadora all there to decide what to do with Nick and to prepare for Vespa arriving tomorrow morning to collect him.
Meryl's going to bring up the fact that Nick said that the people told him they could find him no matter what. And she's going to say, I don't think it's a good idea that he's left alone for one reason or the other. We have no way of knowing if they know that scroll has been used.
Yeah, Jadora's gonna say that's a great point, Meryl. He can stick with me. I'll keep an eye on him, and Jadora's gonna like hit him on the shoulder, kind of jokingly, but also like you're gonna be screwed.
Right,
me.
like fuck around and find out.
Yeah, fuck around and find out.
He
Hang on,
kind of,
we'll have a good time together, Nick, and she's gonna smile at him really menacingly.
and he kind of yelps as her hand hits his shoulder, and you just hear him mumble, "Don't hurt me."
She's gonna say, "Then don't give me a reason to," and hold out her hand and just like have like a little burst of flame come out of it.
And
I love you, Jadora.
he follows her willingly, head down, shoulders slumped. Yeah, so you all take a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
I know.
Give me, actually, before you take that long rest,
Oh,
Omar, give me just a survival to kind of set the kitchen galley back up somewhere new.
Can I potentially convince you to let me call this performance, because his whole thing is kitchen bard?
Perfect. Yes, I wasn't sure how that would translate for kitchen, so yeah, that is fine. Because I agree. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, natural 20 for a total of 24.
Flawless.
We're
You
killing it today, guys. We're
Of all the
rolling like-
things to roll a natural 20 on.
set up I don't want to say it's too soon. Rest in peace, Dunstan. But you set up a more efficient, well organized, very meticulous OCD Omar kitchen.
And it's
Where
it's
you-
not. Yeah, sorry.
Where you have also kind of placed Dunstan's urn as almost like an altar shrine over the kitchen.
You read my mind. I was gonna say it's not to one up Dunstan. The other one is Duncan, right?
Yeah.
Dunstan. He's not trying to one up Dunstan. He's trying to honor Dunstan with the placement, and he's in hyper focus mode, so he's being very OCD about it. So I think he has the shelf and puts the urn on the very top of the shelf, and whatever herbs they get yeah.
When you
Is
place,
that the kitchen, Omar? Like where you are right now?
That's what I'm thinking. Unless there's a better spot, because we
No,
don't
hey.
want it where the fire was.
yeah, no,
Make him small and make him a little trophy and just leave him there.
you look out of a rocky portal of the ship as you place that urn above your newly designed kitchen in time to see a shooting star go by the portal window.
He's got his hat off and he's kind of doing a little nod at the star.
And yeah, you guys take a long rest. And the night passes uneventfully, unless there's anything you all wanted to do during the night.
Other than a long rest, nope.
Long rest is very much needed. All the spell slots, all that. Yeah, everything is reset.
You awake to the docking proximity alerts letting you know that the Jesus, I hate the name of the ship. I just have to change it.
Spread up.
Yeah,
what
GM,
is
name your own ships.
Hey, this one I did not pick, which is why I hate it. But the flighty foundling, I hate that. Why would that be?
For the alliteration, just call it the Pathfinder or something. Say it's Vespa's
The
personal
double
ship.
F.
Vespa's personal ship arrives and docks. She storms off the ship to find you all. Long night. You're still kind of covered in char and spots, disheveled. Nick
Omar
has
gotten up to make everybody breakfast. Giving Nick hardtack.
Yeah, if anything, honestly. He doesn't look like he's slept a wink. He is trembling and Vespa nods to you all in acknowledgement. Goes to all of you and says, I've notified Admiral Clumberfoot's next of kin. They will be arriving for the commencement ceremony to say goodbye. And then she turns and whips her head around. And literally, if icicles could form on Nick from the look that she gives him, she walks right up and he starts sniveling and backs away. And she says, "Not on my clock, you traitorous coward." And she snatches him up by the collar and she says, "There is no circumstance in Nova Corps where weakness of this magnitude is ever accepted. You'll be locked in a brig for the remainder of your days. Dunstan was a man 10 times more honorable than you could ever muster in your pinky finger." And
as she says that, Omar has arrived with the urn.
She unceremoniously hurls Nick to her guards, who drag him off, and she says, "Throw him in the brig and take away the tack." And they snatch the like jerky out of his hand and drag him off, and her eyes immediately turn kind as she turns to you coming up with the urn, and you see tears start to well up in her eyes again. And she picks it up and she says, who did this is beautiful. And she like looks at all of you did this for him?
We did our best. It's not fancy, but I reckon he would have liked it.
And she, as she's holding it, kind of as you're holding it out to her, her hands sort of slide down to where your hands are clasping it, and she puts her hands over yours and sort of rewraps your fingers around it. And she says, "Oh, Omar, your family is as important to Nova Corps as Dunstan's was. I couldn't think of a better place for his remains to be than in your safe care." And she wraps his fingers back around it.
And
she says,
absolutely shocked.
"I'll notify his family. I'm sure they'll want to thank you for this precious, precious memorial." And she turns to you all and she says, "My students, my graduates, this is not the way I intended your first mission to go. I can only hope that the galaxy shows some grace and kindness to your sweet souls." And she turns around and she says, "Because I was not afforded that luxury." And she says, "Make haste. Nova Corps will be waiting in open arms for you when you return from this difficult journey. I trust that you all have it in control from here." And she just kind of looks around at all of you.
Meryl will give her a sharp nod. We do.
And she looks at Cricket and she was like, "You watch over them now, Cricket, as I know you will." And she'll just turn around and she'll nod again to Meryl and say, "Captain Meryl." And she'll like nod again. "The mission is in your hands." And she'll look at the little thing on Ed's shoulder and she'll say, "You'll fill me in on that later. I'm sure I don't have room for any more information right now."
Ed reaches up and kind of like tickles Sprocket and said, "Oh yeah, you'll hear all about him eventually."
Good thanks.
And
Good thanks.
And Sprocket goes, "Sprocky, defend!" And he holds out his little Bic lighter again.
I love that fucking Bic lighter.
Right?
This anymore, Kurt. I can't.
And she's like, she kind of chuckles to herself. "Very threatening indeed. The galaxy trembles, little one." And she turns around and she salutes you all, and the ship hull closes and hisses shut, and you see her ship kind of fly out into space. It forms like a little, almost like a vacuum type portal in front of it, and then boom, disappears.
We got our supplies, right?
Yeah, yes. Yes. In the background, you see the crew unloading as her guards come out. You see them unloading a replenishment to your stock as well. So let me go back and reshare the full list again. And
That would be some shit. She just poof out of existence and we don't have anything.
Right.
If I did it.
And
And
the
new
sun
ropes.
on the
Sorry.
sun on the horizon where her ship blipped away has crept out over the nearest moon, and you guys are met with a new brilliant deep space sunrise as a new day starts. And I think that's a good place to call it.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That was good. So good.
Sobbing in my pillow now.
Right?
I'm sorry for cracking so many jokes. I have to, or I will cry.
No, that's okay. I mean, I knew that this one was going to be heavy, which is why I warned you guys. I was like, oh, because we finished it in a place where, like, I might have tried to just run that through on the heels of the other one, but we couldn't really start a new chapter tonight. So I was like, we're going to hit y'all in the feels hard.
And I'm here for it.
Right.
I might curse you in the moment, but I'm here for it.
But
Good.
I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really do.
Oh yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
my last.
All right. Well, until next Wednesday then.
Yes.
Sounds
I'll be looking
good.
forward to it. See y'all next week.
Yes.
All right.
thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye.